Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar Partner Awareness Session. My name is Maizi Dan from MBCOM Marketing Team. I'm delighted to be your host. Before we begin, please make sure that your microphones are muted during the session and you can use the chat box at any time to share your questions. We will dedicate some time for the Q&A at the end. This session is recorded and we will be sharing the record after the session. It's my pleasure to introduce our speakers today, Kalmin Maki, our Technical Channel Manager at MBCOM, who will walk us through the technical part of today's session, and Basil, our KSA Channel Manager at MBCOM. So over to you, Basil, to start with the business part.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our session. I will share my screen. Okay. Give me a minute. All right.
Perfect. Can you make it like slideshow? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, can you share? Can you see my screen now?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Basil Tillawi. I'm the Regional Channel Manager for MBCOM Broadcom. I'll speak about this in a bit. And I cover Saudi, Bahrain, Egypt, and Levant from channel management perspective. So quickly, our agenda, it will be history about Broadcom. Then we will have our partner level. This I will talk about it. Portfolio overview up to Kalman. He will speak about portfolio overview. Then our enablement tools, certification, challenges, and nights. Our programs, challenge program and night program. So a little bit of a history about Broadcom. So basically, Broadcom is one of the, let's say, oldest technology partner or technology proposed company in the world. It's with a long heritage innovation. Broadcom, it goes back more than 60 years. So when we talk about the technologies, no one from our competitor can come near about technologies. With different technologies pillar, various points, timelines, beginning from HP spin off, and then we grow over the years. Throughout the years, we many acquisitions and major acquisitions. In 2014, Broadcom went IPO, and across the years, we follow up with the acquisitions of LSI Logic, AT&T, and then in 2016, the Broadcom was brought, which is an acquisition for all these companies. In 1995, in 2017, we acquired Brocade. And then afterwards, CA, and in 2019, we acquired Symantec, which is the enterprise security group that I will talk about. And then the last in 2023, where Broadcom acquired VMware. So when we are talking about enterprise security group, which is our flagship technology, we're talking about Symantec. So Symantec goes back in 1982. So from, let's say, competitive perspective, no one can doubt about technologies, about Symantec, especially with more than 40 years of experience in the market. Back in 2007, we acquired Ubuntu, which is the DLP. We rename it in DLP, which is data prevention, and then we acquire many technologies, combine it together. these technologies evolved across multiple decades. Now, when we are talking about multiple R&Ds, all of these technologies together, it comes and reform, let's say, enterprise security group at Broadcom. So who's MBCOM? MBCOM, we are the subsidiary of Medici Group. Broadcom is the main aggregate for MBCOM is the main aggregate for Broadcom in Middle East, Turkey, Africa, Eastern Europe. So we are the sole representative of Broadcom in this region. So when you are talking about us, you are talking with Broadcom as well. So here we will talk about our channel program. We have basically two tiers of channel requirements and the program. The main one is definitely we have the registered program. This is where fulfillment, one, let's say, deal required, and you can register with us. If you need to be, let's say, take the full advantage of and become a Broadcom partnership, you need to be either a tier 1 or a tier 2 partner. What's the requirements of tier 1 and tier 2? We have a revenue, so we will agree together on a revenue base, and this is varies per geography. So for instance, for Saudi Arabia, tier 2 is a 500K US dollar, and tier 1 is 750K dollar committed per year. So it's fairly achievable if you agree with me. Regarding the certificate for a tier 2, we need 2 proven professional certificate and 1 certified expert. And from pre-sales perspective, it's 1 proven professional and 1 certified expert. When it comes to tier 1, we ask for 4 proven professional and 2 certified experts from sales. And from pre-sales perspective is 2 proven professional and 1 certified expert. We demand also a quarterly business review together with our tier partner and a planned business plan, annual business plan yearly with our tier 1 and tier 2. And we expect them to support our customers, and we expect it no more than 24 cases yearly for tier 2 and no more than tier 1 cases, 48 cases yearly for a tier 1 partner. So what's the benefit you will get? You will get deal registration. Deal registration, it's only available for tier 1 and tier 2 partners. Once you are a tiered partner, you can register with our portal. Our portal will give you an access where you can register the deal, and you get all the benefits of like incentives and rebates and all of the protection you will get for this deal. Account growth business, we will sit with you. We will do a business plan, business map. We will give you, we have a lead routing. So if we have any lead, we can talk to our tier 1 and tier 2 partner to work together and to give them these leads. But the criteria here to be a tier 1 or a tiered partner only. We have also a program of NFR license, not for resale license. If you need to build up your demo lab, we can help you to build your demo lab. We can provide you with NFR license, which is heavily discounted license for all of our products. And definitely we will support you from marketing perspective. So we have a case-by-case MDF fund for our tiered partner as well that we can also share it with you. In terms of the training also, we can give you an access for our learning portal to have an online training. We can give you a discounted vouchers, and we can give you also an exam vouchers for our tiered partner for, let's say, Broadcom certificates. And lastly, you as a tiered partner, you are also eligible to participate in our MBCOM Challenger program, and further with the Broadcom Night program, which is my colleague Carmen will speak about it. So this is my part. It's back to you, Carmen.
Thank
I
you
will
so
Thank you,
stop
much.
Basil.
sharing my. I'll stop
Okay.
sharing now.
Yep, thank you.
And on my side, start the screen sharing. Please confirm that you see my screen.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Now let's see the divisions in case of the Broadcom Cybersecurity Enterprise Software. As you heard, I speak a little bit hard because I have an allergy. But I hope you will understand my presentation. If you're talking about the divisions, is a returning question that if the partners opening the partner portal, then they see a lot of option and a lot of product portfolio. We can talk about the VMware. So in case of the acquisition history that Broadcom acquired the VMware, we can talk about the IMS solutions. What is this? We can talk about the cybersecurity, Symantec and Carbon Black solutions. And we can talk about the enterprise softwares and the mainframe solution. But the IMS solution is the returning question that what is this? So if you are talking about the business unit, the business units are working separately. But first, let's talk about the acquisition. So if you're talking about the heritage of the innovation, how Broadcom acquired the companies in the past, you see on this slide only the CA and the Symantec portfolio. In 2018, the CA was acquired, and in 2019, Symantec was acquired. The logo somewhere the same. If you are talking about the products, you are mentioning Symantec endpoint protection or Symantec protection engine, or we are mentioning the CA, the XNetOps. But in the background, and this is under the hood, so this is for your information as a partner to understand how the company is working. This portfolio separated and splitted between 3 business units, 3 divisions. So in Broadcom, we have 25 divisions, but from this, nowadays, if you're talking about the cybersecurity portfolio and the CE products, then we can talk about the ESG. This is the Enterprise Security Group. We can talk about the AOD. This is the Agile Operations Division. And we can talk about the IMS, Identity Management Security. And as you see, some product is from AOD, on the CS side, and some product is from the cybersecurity. If you are working with the products, this is absolutely transparent for you or invisible for you. But if you are using the portal, then you need to know that what type of product information it is for you and which business unit or which division handling these products. To make easier your life, here you see the list of the AOD enterprise focus products. In this portfolio, you see the value ops. This is a project management, resource management. Within this, we can talk about the Rally and the Clarity. In the NetOps category, we can talk about the DX NetOps and the Aplata. The main functions of this product to monitor the network infrastructure, generating alert, generating trend analysis. So basically to maintain and continuously monitor your system is the main function of the NetOps family. And then we can talk about maybe this is one of the most important software solution in the AOD portfolio, the automation. The atomic automation main feature and the main function to automatize all of your daily activity, which can be translated to the language of the atomic automation. So it means that the system can monitor, can run a command, can create an API connection, and through this can do things. The can do things means that you can automatize your daily task, your daily operation. It can be a business process. can be a traditional IT management manager, so it's daily activity. So you have a freedom here to automatize everything, which is in your infrastructure. And as I mentioned, we're not just focusing to the IT task, we are focusing to the business tasks. So you can make integration, native integration with the databases, you can maintain your database, or you can handle through this your business processes. In case of the ESG, the cybersecurity portfolio, you see a lot of products. And this is the screen that you see if you browse the partner portal. From right to left, you see the information security. As you mentioned that we acquired the Ubuntu in 2007. We acquired the CloudSoc solution. So nowadays, these two product package or product family is giving the on-premise DLP solution and the cloud DLP solution. I need to mention here that these components can communicate to each other. So after the acquisition is not means that the company just developed the must-have features. It's not true. The company investing a lot of money and a lot of effort, a lot of resource to continuously release a new version, release a new features, and make a cloud on-premise ecosystem where the customers can protect the on-premise infrastructure against the data leak and the cloud infrastructure also. We can talk about the network security. Part of the ESG cybersecurity focused products portfolio, we can provide proxy solution on-premise and in the cloud. We can provide isolation service if you are curious about this solution or any other solution which is mentioned part of this session. Feel free to contact with me and we can go deeper. The zero trust, nowadays is more and more important for the customers, how they can access the internet network, how they can protect their infrastructure, and how they can control how the employee, the third party person or contractor using the internal resources. So for this, we can provide a zero trust network access solution. And we have a well-known SSL visibility solution, which means that we can offload the encrypted SSL-based, TLS-based connections, and we can make visible for your additional security devices. Part of the endpoint security nowadays, on today, the situation is very interesting, very weird, because under the Symantec umbrella, we can provide endpoint security, the traditional Symantec endpoint security. But part of the acquisition, now we have the Carbon Black. What means this on today? If your customer searching a new endpoint protection solution because they are not satisfied with the actually used solution or they are not using any endpoint protection yet, then in our portfolio on today we can offer the Symantec part and the Carbon Black part. The Princess colleagues can help you if you need any positioning, if you have any positioning task on the customer side. And depending on the budget, depending on the requirements, depending on the customer maturity, we can give you the right solution. So now we have two endpoint security solutions, but we can give you the right solution, which is fitting to the customer requirements. And just for your information and in the background, the product management team merged. So they are working on something. Something is not public yet, but they are working on something which will provide the best features from the traditional Symantec endpoint security, and will provide the best features from the Carbon Black solutions. This is about the ESG. And here you see the IMS product portfolio. On the left side, you see the IMS enterprise products. Typically, we talk about the XCE portfolio. Here we can talk about the application performance monitoring. We can talk about the operational intelligence and the infrastructure management. It means that you can monitor your application, you can monitor your infrastructure, you can monitor everything in your environment. And here you see the example that why This is just if you're talking about the divisions, separated partition that the DX networks is part of the DX family, but the DX networks belong to the EOD. If you're talking about the software ecosystem, then they are one single family because they can cooperate with each other, they exchange information between each other. So if you are talking about operation intelligence, AI ops, then the system we use together or all component of the DX family. So if you look to the portfolio, then don't be confused that the DX NetOps belongs to the EOD and the DX application performance or infrastructure management belong to the IMS, because this is just a decision from the Broadcom side that how they want to handle, how they want to separate to divisions the solutions. Under the hood, everything is same. If I continue the portfolio overview, we can talk about the DevOps type of solution, which means that we can support the developers' daily work. We can create a service virtualization. We can emulate. We can de-anonymize or anonymize from the production to the developer environment copied data. Part of the test data manager, we can do the same. And for example, we can emulate the API calls. So we can support the developers' daily work to create and develop the applications without using the real and sensitive information. In case of the finance sector, typically this is very critical because not possible to share account information, bank information, finance information for the developers, but somehow they need to develop the application. So they need a test data to build and develop the applications. On the right side, we can talk about the IMS security products. In this case, here you can find the email security cloud, Symantec messaging gateway. We can talk about the privileged access management, short name PAM, how you can access to your remote infrastructure with an on-premise solution, because comparing to the ZTNA solution, the ZTNA is cloud solution, and the PAM is an on-premise solution. But this product, for example, came to the CE portfolio in the past. Then we can talk about the API layer 7 security, which means that we can control and we can protect the API communication, REST API communication between the systems. Nowadays, this is important for our customers because they need to open the door for external visitors, external third parties, but they need to provide the security, for example, to prevent the accidental data leak, or need to protect itself, the communication, or need to prioritize the communication between the third parties because some third party cannot get the information in time, or need to slow down, or need to prevent to overload the system. So a lot of reason can be this behind, but from the portfolio perspective, we can provide the API security without any technical details or deeper technical details. In the portfolio, you can find the encryption. This is the traditional PGP solution from Symantec, the endpoint management, ITMS solution from the Alteris acquisition. We can give you the IGA, Identity Governance and Administration solution. Through this, you can handle your accounts, your security accounts, everything which is about authentication. And next to that, we can provide for you the VIP, the two-factor authentication. So this is the IMS business unit. Now let's see the cybersecurity portfolio. This is just a short recap of what happened in the last few years. What I want to highlight here, that you see that the ERP came to us through the acquisition. The blue code, the proxy solution, on-premise and the cloud proxy solution came through the acquisition. The mobile threat defense, the mobile protection, Apple, Android operating system came through the acquisition. Web isolation from Fireglass, Javelin, Active Directory threat defense, Illuminate, ZTNA. But some product is not available separately anymore. So when the company acquired the solutions, then immediately started to work on to merge with the Symantec ecosystem, with the Symantec products. So in case of the SkyCourier mobile threat defense, in this case, this is now part of the Symantec endpoint security. So you don't see as an individual solution or individual product. The Active Directory threat defense, the Javelin, is part of the SaaS complete, the SaaS in Symantec endpoint protection package. So you cannot buy separately. And we can talk about the B Dynamics, the risk analytics, which is providing the user and entity behavior analytics solution for the customers. This is part of the DLP package, on-premise and in the cloud. So the acquisition gives us a very good opportunity. And using the acquired application features give us a huge synergy to increase the security level on the customer side, to give them the best and enterprise grade security level on the customer side. And through the technologies, following the trends, the cybersecurity trends from the protection and from the attacking perspective, because we need to think in advance that how the bad guys will attack the infrastructure. We can give a very nice solution and a secure solution, enterprise grade solution for the customers, not just through the acquisition, through the vision that how need to improve and what type of security features required on the customer side. Part of the VMware acquisition, on today we won't talk about the VMware because this is handled by separated team inside MBCOM. But need to mention the endpoint protection and the Carbon Black family because this came through the VMware acquisition. So as we see, the Bit9 was one of the first acquisition in 2002. This is the Carbon Black application control. And with this application, you can harden your infrastructure, even if the operating system is not supported by the operating system vendor. Typically, we use, the customers are using in OT environment or finance sector, ATM machines. Because in this case, it's not possible to implement a traditional endpoint protection. In this case, need to close down, need to harden the infrastructure. And the Confer gave us the cloud managed endpoint protection portfolio. So this is the internet competitor against the traditional Symantec endpoint protection. But as I mentioned, the company is working on to merge the functions. Now let's see that how we are protecting, what type of solutions are under the hood, and how you can assign this to the portfolio, how you can imagine the portfolio. Typically, we can talk about the users, the managed devices, unmanaged devices, like mobile phones, the laptop or the workstation at home. On the right side, you see that we need an internet connection. Nowadays, this is a minimum to reach the internet and get information from the internet. We can talk about the software as a service solutions like Office 365 ServiceNow. We can talk about Azure, GCP, on-premise data centers. And we can talk about the email. So we are sending an email and we are receiving an email. We are reading the email, so the external recipient, external person sending us an email, and we are reading on managed device, or company device, or unmanaged device. Now let's see that how we can handle and how we can reach, for example, the internet. We can use on-premise component or cloud component. We are accessing to the software as a service, for example, Office 365 from managed device, unmanaged device, typically through the on-premise infrastructure or cloud infrastructure. And we can manage typically the infrastructure as a service or on-premise solutions from the cloud, through the cloud or on-premise. And the email handling, receiving, storing, sending can happen in the cloud or on-premise. So you see that the topology is very easy. We can name everybody in the security ecosystem. And from the Symantec side, we can give you the global intelligence network, which means that this behind, we have our database. This is the world's biggest civilian database. And we have a very good visibility that what is happening on the world. If I am opening any website, is it dangerous or not dangerous? If somebody tried to send me an email, then the source is a well-known malicious source or spam source, so need to block, or I can receive an email. Or if somebody is doing something right to reach the internal network, then can we permit this section, or we need to restrict, we need to block? So basically the global intelligence network is helpful to analyze, and depending on the policy, protect your employees and your infrastructure. If you're talking about the solutions, we can talk about endpoint security. You can manage from cloud or from on-premise. We can talk about the web proxy. It can be in the cloud or on-premise. So if the user is using a managed device, can use the on-premise proxy, or if leave the company network, can switch to the cloud proxy. Part of that, we are giving firewall as a service solution. So in this case, you can restrict but how the managed computer can access to the internet through the web proxy or the web infrastructure. Then we can talk about the cloud security. So you can protect your Office 365, Salesforce, and many, many, many solutions. So we are supporting a lot of solutions. We are providing the remote access, which means that from the managed computers and from unmanaged computers, you can restrict, you can sanction, and you can control the remote access to your infrastructure. This is a ZTNA. Part of the email security, we can give you the cloud or on-premise solution to protect the inbound and outbound emails against the phishing attacks, against the malware attacks, against the BEC type of attacks. We can talk about a lot of type of attacks, but the email security main function to close out and make secure your infrastructure. The last topic is identity security. So we have IGA tools, we have a two-factor authentication. So through this, you can restrict your user or make more secure the data access to your cloud solutions or to the internal network. Top of that, we have a data loss prevention. And why is important? This is a partner session. So it's not just about how you can be a partner. This session is not just want to explain for you that you can be a partner. The partnership is a journey. Part of the partnership, you need to know the main function of the solutions. You need to talk about the solutions. Moreover, you need to understand that how the solutions are working. And part of the DLP, I want to highlight that maybe one of the most important component in the infrastructure. Why? Because the DLP is not running as alone. So we can talk about the email security, protecting the phishing and the malicious files in the data mail flow, but somewhere the system is running alone. Same situation in the case of the proxy. Protecting continuously the requested websites and the content against the protect the user if the user is opening any website and the website is malicious, because we remove the malicious part. But in case of the data loss prevention, we're not just creating a policies. For example, if the content is top secret, then block. We need to be able to make integration between the system components. data loss prevention with email security. If the employee sends sensitive content, then we need to be able to block this data. If the employee tried to upload the sensitive information through the proxy, then the DLP and the proxy need to be able to communicate with each other on-premise and in the cloud. Maybe on today your customer is not using cloud proxy, using only on-premise proxy. But what will happen if they are moving to the cloud? If we use the cloud proxy solution, can you make integration with the actually used DLP or not? So nowadays, if you're talking about data loss prevention, the customer not just choose the vendor, they need to choose the right solution. Because on today, maybe the price and the number of the pre-created policy is very important. But on tomorrow, the integration is much more important because through this, on the one single console, they need to be able to create policies and need to be able to investigate the incidents. So this is about the cybersecurity portfolio of the top products. And we need to talk about the GIN because you saw the history of Symantec. It's a very old company, and the GIN is a very old database. We continuously refresh with information because we have a third-party cooperation. Itself, the product is submitting anonymous information. So basically, we have a telemetry database, which means we can declare that the affected IP address, the affected full qualifying domain name, or the affected file is dangerous or not dangerous. In case of the domains, it's a well-known phishing site or not. In case of the IP address, it's a well-known attacking source, or botnet source, or well-known spam source. And we have a very, as I mentioned, we have a very good visibility at what is happening on the world. Because part of the portfolio, we have an endpoint solution, we have a proxy solution, and we have an email solution, and we have a cloud protection solution. So we can cover all of the most important termination points. And through this, we will see that what type of attacks are coming or what type of bad things are coming through the email, what type of attacks happens against the employees if they are opening the websites, or what type of attacks happening in case of the Office 365 or any other software as a service solution, because we can monitor these services and we see who, from where, how try to use the cloud solution. So the GIN give you the additional benefit to protect your environment. And because the Symantec products are very popular worldwide, so comparing to another vendor, we can sell everywhere the solution. We have a very good visibility at what is happening on the world. And if you want to make a comparison about the portfolios and the provided function, actually Symantec is the only vendor on the world who can cover to A to Z everything. So we can give the endpoint protection, we can give the network protection, we can give the information protection, we can give the encryption, the compliance audit tool, for example. We can give the information protection, isolation function. So this slide is not just about that from the Magic Quadrant perspective, who is the best, because here we cannot talk about the Magic Quadrant. End of the day, on today, is the most important that how you can cover the main features without repeating some small function. So without mentioning the vendors, some vendor is giving the main function, for example, the proxy function, but next to that they are giving the DLP function, but only protecting your web flow, your web traffic. But you need to protect the email traffic, you need to protect the endpoints, so because of this you need to buy a DLP solution. So in this case, you face the issue that functions and the systems somewhere overlapping each other from the function perspective. You are paying too much in this case for the licenses because you won't use sometimes the additional features, which is, for example, coming from the web proxy, with the web proxy. So because of this, if you choose the right vendor and the right solutions, then comparing to the prices, comparing to the support, delivering the support solutions, the best if you choose the single vendor. And naturally, if you're talking about the SASE or SSE, then the best practice is to choose the one single vendor because the cooperation between the solutions nowadays is a key question for the customers. Let's see the digital enterprise or the enterprise portfolio. This is a little bit different from the security portfolio. Here we can talk about the value ops, how you can manage your resources, your projects, your assets in the company. We can talk about the development tools, how we can support the developers' daily work. And we can talk about the AI of solution, which means that you can monitor and you can follow up at what is happening in your infrastructure from the application, which is used by the employee, through the workstation or laptop, which is used by the employee, through the network, till the front web servers, backend systems, and the storage level. So to A to Z, we can cover the monitoring functions, and we can give the right solution and the right result for the responsible team, that how they need to fine-tune the system, how they need to resolve the issues, type of dependencies are in the infrastructure. For example, the internet line is not working, then what will happen? We can give the security and an automation solution. Here, I want to highlight that the automation tool, because can handle the API, REST API, is a good opportunity for the customers to combine, for example, with the security solutions if they have a SOC team, because through this they can automatize their internal workflow. Now let's see that how the channel team can support you, because we're not just selling a software or offering a software. We are continuously giving a support for our partners. How we can do this? We can give the online materials, which means that if you can access to the partner portal or to the LMS portal, this is an online training tool, then depending on your role, you are a sales or pre-sales. So from the technical side, you are working in the pre-sales phase, or you are the implementers or support person. You can find for yourself the right content for every product in the portfolio, and you can learn about the solutions. So this is a good start to learn about the product. So if you never heard about them, for example, watching the sales enablement content, you can get the initial information about the products. You can do the online exams also. That means this, you can be certified. And because the colleagues continuously update the content, you can get the latest information about the solutions. For the tier 1 and tier 2 partners, so in this case, it's not available for all partners. We can give the Peers on You voucher. What means this? Instead of $250, this is the standard price of the Peers on You exam, you can do for free. So this is how we support our partners to get the certification and prove the knowledge in the market that they are really can handle, can configure accordingly the products. And later I will go deeper into the Challenger and an program on the high level. This is a community program. In case of the Challenger, MBCOM, lead by me, and an program lead by Broadcom. And part of this community, if you are a member of this club, then we can give a dedicated WhatsApp group access, so you can discuss with the professionals if you have any question. Sometimes I organize every quarter, every half year, a session to share with you the internal or early product information. For example, now the DLP early preview is running, and some colleague from the region joined to this end, and they are testing the solution. And sometimes I am organizing a VIP webinar session, and part of that we can share semi-internal or internal information about the solution. Moreover, if you have any question, then you can ask, because typically the product managers are presenting on this session. And in both cases, in case of the Challenger and the night, we are scheduling and organizing an annual event. So in person, you can meet with the colleagues, with the community. We can discuss with each other. And because we are inviting product managers, and part of the night, the Broadcom colleagues inviting internally our product managers, from the first hand on the sessions, you can hear about the latest news. You can ask, and the colleagues are absolutely highly welcome all of the questions. So through this, you can get the latest updates about the products. For the top and well-known partners, we can schedule ad hoc or quarter meetings. So every quarter we can sit there remotely or on site, and we can talk about the actual questions, actual hypes, or actual new features. Or if the partner is working on the opportunity, then we can give the support. We can do the deep dive if they have any question, deep dive session, or we can share additional documents if necessary. We are organizing a monthly webinars. This is for everybody, for all partners independently that registered or tier 1 or tier 2. So everybody can access on that. And tomorrow we will have this session, typically every 2 weeks on Wednesday. And in every month, one topic is about one of the Symantec product and one about the CA product. In this case, you see, I try to avoid to use the IMSA or the ESG because it's depending on what type of CA or Symantec product we want to talk about. And sometimes we are scheduling a special sessions. Typically, in this case, I'm inviting the MBCOM sales, pre-sales colleagues and the Challenger. This is absolutely ad hoc. And in this case, we can announce a significant change in the portfolio, or we can prepare everybody to the new product. Or if you're talking about hot topic, then we can share our viewpoint, or we can share, for example, Broadcom exact information that how this new system is working, or how you need to be very careful, or what type of new products or bundles appeared on the field, and how you can create a BOQ for that. So this is about the WebEx or Team sessions, and how we are supporting the partners. And to give you the short summary, that's what we are giving. Basil mentioned, but this is and in the previous slides I mentioned also. So we can give the NFR license. We are giving the membership to the top professional teams, to the community. We are sharing, and Broadcom is sharing PACS tools, service practice enablement resource kits, how you can do the success POC, how you can do the health check, sales paid resources, how you can position the product, how you can offer the product for a different type of customer. We can give you the customer telemetry data if it is shared with us. Broadcom continuously organize a Sales Connect and a Tech Connect course, and part of that, the colleagues are sharing roadmap information, for example, in future developments. We have a partner portal, and from here you can download the latest version of the product presentations, licensing guides, and a lot of useful content, which is relating to the daily activity to offering the solution. Skills-based certification. So for the sales and the pre-sales, we have a different certification. I will show you the details. We are giving the LMS, Learning at Broadcom e-library. So this is the online tool to watch and learn about the product. Here you can be certified also. And naturally, we have a field channel pre-sales colleagues. So if you have any question or if you need any support, then the colleagues can help you. It not means that we are going to the customer side as a channel. It not means that we are working instead of you. It means that we are supporting you to do the success opportunity, to close the opportunity with booking and with selling activity. Now let's see the certifications. So if you're talking about the certifications, the first stage always the proven professional and then the certified expert. We can talk about the sales, pre-sales, implementer, and the support type of role, and we can talk about a lot of type of products. Network solution, proxy, email protection. We can talk about endpoint protection. In any case, every product has a role, but within the role, you have two stages. First, the proven professional, and then the certified expert. If you are a technical person and you want to be part of the challenger, as you get the certified expert, then you can jump to the challenger, and then after 1 year, you can be a knight if you meet all of the requirements. So every certification has a 2 level. First stage is the proven professional, and then the certified expert. And here you see that what type of roles are available: sales, the pre-sales, implementer, and the support. And if you get the certification, you can download the badge, you can download the certification, you can add, for example, to your signature, and you can prove that you meet the requirement. Moreover, you have a right knowledge about the solution. How is working? So the first stage, you need to select the product. You see the screenshot from the partner portal. So you need to select one of the product. It can be more product from the list, but select one product from the list, and then select the role. What type of certification you need? Sales, pre-sales, implementer, or support. My recommendation that always start with the sales, even if you are not a salesperson, because part of this enablement content, you can get the impression about the product, you get the information that what is the main purpose, and you can learn how you can position the solution. And then you can continue with the pre-sales, and you can continue with the implementer. It's absolutely up to you. But if you don't know the product, my recommendation, choose the sales. If you are in the sales role, naturally choose the sales role. And then inside the role, so sales role, you can get a proven professional, then the certified expert. Pre-sales role, the same, proven professional, certified expert. So this is the way of the certification path, how you can be certified. And if you get any of the technical, pre-sales, implementer, support, certified expert, then you can be a part of the Challenger program. What is the Challenger program? Here you see a picture from the latest events. It was in September. Approximately 50 people attended on this event in Georgia. Part of that, you can get the if you reach the right certification, you get the invitation. You can onboard, and then part of the WhatsApp group, you can get the help. You can get the latest roadmap information, and you are entitled to attend on the annual Challenger event, which is very exciting. So I absolutely recommend for you, if you are in the technical role, to get the certification, back to the Challenger program, because it gives you a huge benefit to get additional information which is not published on the public Broadcom portal or not published on the partner portal. Part of the nights, this is a specialized and this is a high-level certification level for Broadcom, highest level. That means that you are entitled to attend on the annual bootcamps, the Tech Connect course, get the highest level of the support if you have any question about the product, because in this case, on the product manager level, you can get help if you have any question, if you have an issue. So this is a efficient way, or the best way to give the best information and the best performance on the customer side, because part of the nights, you're just not a guy who implement the solution. In this case, you are a knight who has a strong knowledge about the product, who is a trusted advisor. Moreover, if the customer has a question about the future, then you can immediately deliver the information about the solution, what will happen in the future. If you're talking about the channel organization and about the next steps, here you see the contact information to my colleague, Robert Azar, and to me, okay. Basil, responsible for KSC, for Bahrain, Egypt. I hope I didn't miss any country. So feel free to contact with us if you have any question or you want to onboard as a new partner, because we are here to support you, and we are here to give you a helping hand to influence the business, evangelize the solution, and give high levels quality of the products from the Broadcom portfolio. This is what I want to present for you. Let's see if there is any question from the audience. Okay, if no question, then I give back the mic for Basil or for Mai.
Yeah, I think we got a comment before. We are system integrated from Saudi Arabia. We need some support from your side. So can you just explain what kind of support you need? Or if you prefer, you can take it separately with Basil. As mentioned, he is our channel manager for Saudi Arabia.
So thank you, gentlemen, for the time. Yes, definitely, we rely on our partner a lot, and we have we put together a complete, comprehensive partner program to support you. We are looking forward to have you all as a tiered partner. Kindly feel free to contact me or to contact Kalman. I am happy to come and sit with you and do proper planning, onboarding if you are not, and if you are, we are happy to have a proper, let's say, plan and guidance to have you as a tiered partner with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Basil. Mohammed Ismail, yeah, you will contact Basil in any case. Perfect. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Kalman and Basil, for this amazing, insightful presentation. And thank you all for joining us today. Before you leave, I appreciate if you can complete the short survey you will get after the session. And as mentioned, the recording will be shared with you all as well. If you would like to explore more and if you have any kind of question, please reach us anytime at info@mbcom.com. We truly appreciate your time today and we look forward to welcome you on our future session. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.